Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of HBCU Game Day Conversations. We got a big weekend coming up. I know you're thinking to yourself, man, there's no football, there's no homecomings. I know, but we have you covered on the virtual front because not only this weekend, but the following weekend, man, we have something really special revolving around HBCUs and eSports. And here to join us to talk about it is Sean Caesar from the retailer DTLR. I know you shop there. I know you've been looking good. I see you on the other side of the screen. Sean, thanks for joining us, man. You guys got a really big event. Esports is kind of the new thing. It really fits in really good with the virtual environment we have going on. And you guys really have the inclusion aspect cornered by getting HBCUs involved. Tell us what's happening this weekend.
Yeah, this was, well, first off, thank you very much for having us and taking the time. To help spread this word. But this weekend, like you said, is our, it starts off our big HBCU eSports, what we call them Battlegrounds. And what we did was, as you said, eSports is kind of what is the new thing. And, we've been doing over the years, different things with HBCUs and the homecomings. We've always been a big supporter of HBCUs in general. But obviously this year with COVID and all the situation, we knew it was going to pivot virtually, but we wanted to think of a way to really pivot again virtually. And so we decided to really look into the esports, and we have been talking about it. Obviously we were aware of it, but then when we really started to research it, we found the lack of inclusion and lack of diversity on a certain level. We play the video game. We play the games, right? We play that the most, but we're not in the development part. We're not in the gaming part. We're not in the business part of it. And that's what we're going to try to bring the light and help the HBC and show them it's another road down there. And it's becoming very big, as you know.
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that because so many of the conversations have revolved around that, really trying to drive awareness to let people know, okay, you're good on the sticks, nobody can beat you in 2K or Madden, that's great, but there's an entirely different ecosystem out there surrounding esports.
Very much so, and that's what we're trying to bring that exposure to everybody. There is a whole nother ecosystem out there of development, of gaming, of careers in this, even as a player or a developer or marketing or whatever your forte might be. But there's options out there, and we wanted to make sure everybody was aware, and we're going to continue to push that because it is the evolving kind of ecosystem, as you said, right now.
Yeah, so Sean, people are hearing what we're talking about. They're like, okay, how can I watch? How can I be involved? Give the people that information.
Oh, that's dope. So one of our partners is Community, an organization called Community. And they're the ones that are very instrumental in working with the HBCUs and with Twitch. Now, any gamer knows that Twitch is where you go for gaming. We will be on Community's Twitch handle. And we will also be broadcasting on 300 Entertainment's YouTube page. So you have your Twitch angle with Community, and then you also have 300 Entertainment record company, another partner of ours, great partner of ours, on their YouTube. And the YouTube channel, we wanted to make sure just for general audience, everybody who might not be familiar with Twitch and gaming can at least see what we're doing through the YouTube channels.
Sean, I visit a lot of HBCUs across the country, and in a lot of those towns and cities, I can be on campus and I can throw a rock and come close to hitting a DTLR location. How important is the HBCU community to your company?
Well, it's very important, and this is why, for us, this isn't, like we're jumping around, and because of all the situation in the country right now, and we've been partnering with HBCUs for years. Our pivot was actually, we do a lot of tours through HBCUs. We had one earlier this year leading up to CIAA. What is it? Yes. COVID got me so messed up. It was this year. It was earlier. It was in February of this year. And so we had what we call Road to the CIAA, where we toured and had artists on tour with us, and we visited these schools, did a little career fair at each school, and just got the students excited about the upcoming CIAA tournament. So, we've been doing that for years, and we've always partnered with HBCUs. I'm excited about this particular one because it's the first time we're doing it virtually. And, next time when it comes around next year, hopefully we can come back outside and we'll have a virtual version. I don't think that's going to necessarily stop. But we also could be in person again. So we're going to try to combine the best of both. But HBCUs aren't new to us, and a lot of those students know us down there also.
Well, the great thing about gaming, it's always been kind of a virtual environment. It's something that you can be, really immersed in at home, where you don't necessarily have to physically be. When I was growing up, man, you had to go to the arcade if you wanted to play Pac-Man. You had to get your quarters lined up.
I had a bunch of quarters. I remember getting rolls of quarters back then. So, yeah, for us, it's interesting to see how the evolution of it. We come from just straight gaming. It was just fun. It was kind of an escape. For my generation, at least on the minimum. And to see it evolve into this, whole ecosystem and whole kind of developing between the software, the hardware, the marketing, to see the teams come online, even during COVID. And that's where we really started to see it when it was actually, during quarantine. And I'm watching ESPN, and eSports is like, okay, that was what was on. And that's where it really started getting, I'm like, this is on ESPN. So this is doing something. And when it gets to that degree, we all should start looking and seeing it's something being generated. And I know we are definitely by far playing the games. Now we got to expand it to being part of it.
And Sean, just being a part, talking with Sean Caesar from DTLR, Sean, just being a part of things that help fundraise, awareness, to elevate HBCUs, that's got to be a great feeling, not only from a corporate perspective, but for you personally as well.
That's another piece. I'm glad you brought that up. One of the main focuses is to help raise money for these HBCUs. So, for those that don't know, the homecoming time is where a lot of the revenue is generated for these schools and for these programs, be it sports programs, music program, whatever it is on campus. And without that, there was a void left for raising money. One of the main purposes of this is really to help generate money and raise money and awareness for the HBCUs. And the way we've done it was we partnered with various record with artists, hip hop artists, Little Key, T Grizzly. Shout out to the whole 300 family. They really fed us with a lot of players, and they genuinely wanted to play because they play already. These guys are already playing every day. We partnered them with a school, an HBCU, and then while they're playing is when we're looking to raise money. And that's how we're trying to bring awareness to that. And I encourage everybody, every school needs help right now. It's a very challenging time. And, we want to help bridge the gap and get them to next year and where it can hopefully come back to normal.
So this will be a cool experience. The people who are playing will be able to kind of interact digitally with music artists.
Exactly. And that's what makes this very cool. And, that's an important part of it. And they were just, like I said, they were just excited to play because typically that's what they're doing all day anyway. And this actually puts it in a great forum for them and allows them to use their voice to help raise and generate some money. As well as be part of, the second extension of this is a career fair that we have going with it. And students who enter, they have a chance to get internships at some of these software development companies with 300 Entertainment. You'll hear a chance to see the careers that are available in this field. And that's another big piece of that. So we really wanted to make sure, it's fun. We're playing games, but it does have its purpose to raise money and to bring awareness with the career fair to the various things that we have going on.
So it jumps off this weekend, this Sunday, October 18th, and you're going to follow it up the following weekend. So back-to-back weekends, again, in case people missed it. Yeah.
Like we said, it'll be on both channels, on Twitch and on the YouTube, and definitely take a look at it, see where the future's going. If nobody's seen this yet, definitely take a look.
All All right, he's Sean Caesar. He's with DTLR. Don't miss it. Coming up this weekend and next weekend. Really great event. Esports, music artists, fashion, video games.
All in one.
Everything you want. Thank you so much, Collie. I appreciate it.
You don't even have to wear your mask. Just enjoy it from home.
Exactly.
It's all good.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for having me.